So Qwen has released their Qwen 3 family of models, and the biggest model out of the bunch is Qwen 3 235b-a22b. So that's a mouthful. Here 235b means the total parameters, and A22B means at any given time it has 22B active parameters. This model is available for free on the Qwen chat website. So is it the best free model to use? Is it better than Gemini 2.5 Pro? And should you switch to Qwen? Let's find out. If you talk about the pricing, on OpenRouter, its API pricing is $0.20 per million input tokens and $0.60 per million output tokens. And Gemini 2.5 Pro is up to $2.50 per million input tokens and $15 per million output tokens. So for sure, it's significantly more expensive than Qwen model. But for the chat only interface, both are actually free. Let's see how they perform. First in reasoning, then in max, and then in coding. So in the reasoning section, we'll just ask the hard questions. So let's start with the 64 tennis player question. You can see here Qwen scores 1 out of 10. But on the contrary, Gemini 2.5 Pro scores a 10 out of 10. That's a very drastic difference, guys. Next up in the seating arrangement question, which is a very hard question, Qwen scores 0 as expected. And Gemini 2.5 Pro scores just a mere 1 out of 10. So we can clearly say that when it comes to reasoning, Qwen is not on par with Gemini 2.5 Pro. Let's see what happens in Max. So let's start off with the first frontier math question. Let's send this question to both models and see what they come up with. Okay everyone, we have got the responses from both models. Starting off with Qwen, let's copy the code, let's run it, and let's see what the response is. Okay, as you guys can see, this is the response that the model has given. According to it, this is the answer, but that's not the correct response. So that is a fail from Qwen. Let's see what Gemini has come up with. Let's copy the code, paste it, and it looks like a pretty long code, but most of it is text. Anyways, let's run it and look at it, guys. It actually is the correct answer. That is a win from Gemini. Absolutely awesome. Now let's move on to the next question. So I've sent the next question, guys. Let's see what they come up with. Okay, we have got the response on both models. Let's see what Qwen has come up with. And I think it is directly mentioning the answer is 2. As you can see, there's nothing else in the code other than the text and just print 2. So it will directly print 2 as the output. So that's clearly a fail. As you guys can see, the correct answer is different. Let's see what Gemini has come up with. So okay, Gemini has come up with a pretty long code. Let's run the code. And okay, as you guys can see, it's actually the correct answer, guys. Again, Gemini got it right. And that's a win for Gemini. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, so this is our next question, guys. According to Frontier Math, this is a high medium level question. So let's send this to both models and let's see what they come up with. Okay everyone, we have got the response from both models. Let's see what Qwen has come up with. Let's paste the code and let's run it. And as you guys can see, it's a wrong answer, guys. Although it looks very close, but you can see it's actually wrong. Now let's move on to Gemini. Let's copy the code, let's paste this and let's run it. And okay, let me check the response. It's a pretty long response actually. And as you guys can see, it's actually right, guys. Gemini again gets it right. So you can clearly see a trend that Gemini is actually getting every question right and Qwen is not able to get any question right. So we can clearly say that Gemini is better in Max. So that was Max. Now let's get into the coding section. Okay, so starting off with the first coding section. Can you code a dragon using HTML, CSS and JS? So side view of the dragon, give your best implementation in one single code. Let's see what do they come up with. Let's send this to both models. Okay, we have got the responses from both models. Let's see what they have come up with. Starting off with Qwen. Let's copy the code, open up a HTML viewer and let's paste it. Let's preview it in a new page and okay, this is what it has come up with. We can clearly identify the eyes, but other than that, I think it's kind of messed up. Let's see what Gemini has come up with. Let's copy the code, open up a HTML viewer and let's paste it. And clearly, guys, it's a significant improvement compared to the one that we have got from Qwen. I think we don't need a second try. Clearly say that Gemini is a winner in this one. Let's move on to the next question. So the next question is, build absolutely the best implementation of the Super Mario game in a web page without using any external assets and in one single code. Let's see what they come up with. Okay guys, we have got the response from both models. Let's see what they have come up with. Let's start with Qwen. Let's open up a HTML viewer, let's paste it and let's preview it in a new page. And okay, this is what it has come up with. It looks pretty basic, guys. You can see the Mario is way down from where it should be. So this game is kind of broken, guys. Let's see what Gemini has come up with and then we'll make a decision if we have to do another try. So let's send this to Gemini and okay, it looks absolutely awesome, guys. You can see there is a night and day difference. Let's see, guys, what happens when we hit the enemy. So okay, now you can see that when we hit the enemy, it kills the enemy. So clearly there is a night and day difference and it's a clear win for Gemini, guys. Let's move on to the next question. So the next question is, create a JavaScript animation of falling letters with realistic physics. Let's see if these models are able to do that. Let's send this question to both models. Okay, we have got the response from both models. Let's start off with Qwen. Let's copy the code, open up HTML viewer and paste that. And okay, you can see that we do see the letters falling, and also they are falling realistically. They are toppling over exactly how we wanted. So that is a pass, guys. Let's see what Gemini has come up with. Let's copy the code, open up a HTML viewer and paste it. And okay, we do see the ball, but I think these don't look like letters actually. They look like cubicles. So comparatively, I have to say that clearly Qwen was better in this one. We do see some weird shapes falling, but none of them is clear. Okay, so this one goes to Qwen, guys. Let's move on to the next question. So the next question is, write a Python code for a hollow circle with an opening. There are two balls inside it which bounce hitting the wall. And whenever one ball exits, two new balls appear. So let's send this question. They have to give this code in Python. Let's see if they actually are able to do that. Okay everyone, we have got the responses from both models. Let's start off with Qwen. Let's copy the code. Let's paste it and let's run it. And okay, we can see whenever a ball exits, two new balls appear. Nice. But we can see that the opening is not clearly mentioned. It should be hollow over here, but we do see a boundary. So it is a functional code, but not accurate as we wanted. Let's see what Gemini has come up with. So let's copy the code, let's paste that and let's run it. And okay, we do have two balls, guys. Absolutely awesome. Let's see what happens when this ball exits, and okay, we have two new balls. Exactly how we wanted. And we can see the opening is clearly mentioned, so comparatively we can say that Gemini's response was better in this one. So that's a win for Gemini. So this is our next question. Design a Python program that simulates Earth rotation. So this is a very hard kind of question. Let's see what happens. Let's send this to both models and let's wait for their responses. Okay everyone, we have got the responses from both models. So let's copy the code from Qwen. Let's paste that and let's run it. And okay, this is what we have got. So we can say that it doesn't look exactly like an Earth, but it does have some resemblance, right? I think this blue represents ocean and these green spots, they represent land. It's kind of bearable, I could say. Let's see what Gemini has come up with, and then we'll decide what to do. So let's copy Gemini's code, let's paste that and let's run it. Okay, so this is what it has come up with. I would say that Qwen's response was actually kind of better, but still both were not very good. So let's do one thing. So we are mentioning the simulation that you have given barely looks like Earth. Give your best implementation. So let's see what they come up with. Okay, we have got the updated code from both models. Let's see what they have come up with. Let's start with Qwen. Let's copy the code, paste it and let's run it. And that didn't run, guys. That's actually a fail. It was not able to do that. Let's see what Gemini has come up with. Let's copy the code, let's paste it and let's run it. Okay everyone, so we have got a response from Gemini and I'm not sure how it looks, but at least it was able to give us a working code. So that is a win for Gemini. So what about the coding section? We could clearly see that Gemini 2.5 Pro absolutely dominated this section. When it comes to the first question, that is the dragon question, we could clearly see that Gemini 2.5 Pro was miles better. Talking about the Super Mario question, again, the game that Qwen gave was absolutely basic, and Gemini 2.5 Pro gave us a very good looking response. Moving on to the falling letters question, this is the first time where Qwen actually performed better and gave us a complete working response, unlike Gemini, which was not able to fetch the letters. Talking about the hollow circle with an opening question, clearly both models did a very good job, but if we nitpick, we can clearly see that Gemini clearly defined the opening, so that was a win for Gemini. Talking about the earth rotation question, clearly both had similar kind of performance in the first try, but in the second try, Qwen was not able to give us a working code and Gemini, it gave us a working code. So that is 1 point for Qwen and 4 points for Gemini 2.5 Pro. So when it comes to coding, I would think that we can safely say that Gemini 2.5 Pro is better. But we have to take into consideration that Qwen was able to give us a working code in the falling letters question, and also it gave us a working code in the earth rotation question. These questions are not easy, guys, and Qwen was able to do it, and it is significantly cheaper. So when it comes to backend coding capabilities, we can say that Qwen is kind of good, not the best, but it does a good job given its price. But when it comes to front end, I think Qwen is not good. So looking at all of these tests, we can say that no, the largest model from Qwen series is not on par with Gemini 2.5 Pro, and it's better to stick with Gemini 2.5 Pro for the free tier. By the way, if you want to see my latest recommendations, do check my website www.yjxai.in. If you enjoyed the video, do consider hitting the like button. That helps the algorithm, and subscribe to my channel to join the community. With that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one.